So starting off this look, I'm applying my contacts. That way I don't ruin the look at the end. So apply your contacts if you're going to wear them. And I wanted to do something that incorporated the original Pennywise and the new one. And I also was inspired by Alex Faction. He did a mask version, which I really like the idea of doing a mask rather than doing the entire face and using a bald cap. I just kind of wanted to put my own spin on this. So this is inspired by all three, the new, old, and Alex's mask. So that is what this look is going to be based off of. So to start off the look, I used a nude eye pencil and just traced where I wanted the face mask to be, just using it as a guide. This will really help you determine where just your placement. It's very helpful, so I highly suggest doing that. And then to fill it in with the white, I'm just using a jumbo eye pencil from NYX in the color Milk. This is my preferred method if I'm going to have a white face, is to use their jumbo Milk pencil because it's so creamy and it just works so much better. And then I just take a damp beauty sponge to blend it out, or you can use your finger. And then for the red detailing work, I'm using a red liquid lipstick. This is from Stila in the color Beso, and this again worked better than my face paint. And you know, I'm a believer in using what you have. I know a lot of you probably don't want to spend a lot of money on a Halloween look if you're just doing this once a year, so you know, use what you have in your collection. Just use with what you work with what you got is what I'm trying to say. Try to save you some money, and it really is easy to work with. I really liked using the liquid lipstick instead. Out of this entire look, I will say the red detailing is the hardest. Now, that being said, I don't want to scare you off because obviously I'm doing it, so it can't be too hard. But you do want to take your time with this and just be a little extra patient, and maybe, you know, give yourself a practice run if you're going to do this for Halloween. Do it one time before Halloween, just so you know what you're doing. You don't have like a whole lot of mess ups and mistakes, because if you mess up with this red, it's really hard to clean up. That being said, it's still doable. And for the eyebrows, I just didn't want to do too much with them. I just filled them in black, and then I'm taking this eyeshadow. It's called Antique. It's from Lorac, and it's kind of like a brown gray color. Definitely a gray brown color, like a middle medium tone color. And I'm using this to start my blending, and I wanted to give myself a kind of like a scowl, is that the word? You know, those kind of like caveman looking brows and make me look angry. So that's what I'm doing there, and I'm just placing this color on areas that I would normally contour, like the hollows of my cheeks. I don't know if you guys heard that. That's my cat walking on the keyboard. I apologize. She's meowing. Life of a cat mom. Anyways, so I'm just putting this all over my forehead. Not all over my forehead, but you know, like around the edges. There she goes again. The edges of my face mask, and then my smile lines. Definitely. Ruby, get down. Sorry guys, she is just being a stinker. She does not like me paying attention to the computer, and not her. You little attention hog. Go away. So then I'm placing this underneath my eyes too, and really working it around my nose. And just, this is really up to you what kind of look you guys want to go for. Chin area looks pretty cool too. I am adding some black just to give it some depth and dimension. It would probably work best if you had a sheer black, but I'm working with a very pigmented black, and so I'm just taking my time blending that, placing some of it down, and then taking a fluffy brush and just blending it out. So just whatever you have, work with what you have. But that brown shade that we placed down first really does help blend out the black. And you don't need a lot of black, just a very little will do the trick. I'm just going over all those areas I placed that brown just to add more depth and dimension to this look, and around the edges of this face mask. And as you can see, it's really bringing the mask to life and giving it that depth that we need. And then I'm just taking that and just going, really focusing on the eyes, and then I'm taking that brown shade and I'm placing that in the crease. Again, it's that brown gray shade. If you have any kind of medium tone brown with a lot of gray in it is best, but like, again, just work with what you have. You don't have to use exact products that I use, but I will list my products that I use down below in the description box, just in case you're curious or you might have them. But I'm just taking that brown shade and placing that all throughout the crease and underneath the eye, doing a really messy, smoky eye, pretty much is what the idea of this is. You do not have to be perfect, because this is not a pretty, beautiful look. So, you know, do your messy, smoky eye and don't have to worry about it. So I'm just placing a black shadow, as you can see, packed that on the lid, not so careful about it. And then I'm just taking a fluffy brush and I'm blending the edges and kind of just running it, smoking it on the bottom, just to give that smoky, spooky, messy kind of look. Again, it's up to you. It's what you guys are going for. And then I'm taking a brown shade. It's a little bit darker brown, and I'm placing that right around the edges of the mask. Again, just to give it some more depth, and then adding a little bit of black. And then I'm taking a red lip liner and I'm placing that in my waterline. This is Cherry by MAC. Just wanted to give it more of a creepy vibe. Then I'm just taking a black gel liner and going over the lid and just making it a little bit darker. You don't have to do this step, I just wanted it to be a little blacker. And then I'm placing some screws on the mask, and I'm just doing that by adding some lash adhesive to it. And it's kind of the same concept when you apply lashes. Let them get tacky first before you apply. That way they stick better and you don't have to hold it to your face until it dries. It just works better this way. And I didn't place any screws on the top of the face mask because I am going to be wearing a wig, and I figured the wig would be covering it, so I just put it on the middle and bottom portion of my face. And then I'm applying some fake lashes to the top and bottom, and then I'm just placing on this red wig, and that completes the look. Would you guys believe it or not, I have a true clown phobia. I am petrified of clowns. I have not seen the new It movie. This was kind of a hard tutorial for me to do because I'm scared of clowns and I'm trying to conquer my fears, you know. I have a really funny video about that I will link below if you guys want to check out the story time about that. But yeah, this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any requests or comments or questions, leave them down below and I'll get to you guys as soon as I can. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.